Yo, what's up guys? PKSparkxx here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon news video talking about the news that we got from September 6th. Now today, we are discussing the good guy team that has been announced for Pokemon Sun and Moon, the Aether Foundation. But most importantly, we're going to be talking about a trainer who is on Team Skoll, who is known as Gladion, or Gladion. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. I'm going to say Gladion. So his name is Gladion, and he is the enforcer to Team Skoll. And turns out, there's a Pokemon we talked about yesterday that, going by the Pokemon Sun and Moon website, is his trainer partner. Well, which one it is, we'll find out. I'll talk about it in just a minute. But if you guys enjoy this video, demolish the like button for me, and most importantly, let me know your opinions on Aether Foundation and the enforcer of Team Skoll, Gladion, in the comments section below. You already know I'll be going through there and replying to you guys, so let me hear your voices. Now, when it comes to the Aether Foundation, these are people who are wearing all white, opposite of Team Skoll, who is wearing all black. And I guess they're meant to be good guys, so white and gold. Shout out to Luzamine, the president. Why the heck her legs go on for days? Like she looking like Taylor Swift out there on her legs. I mean, mind you, the body frame is a little better for her, but I mean, then again, clothes is probably the thing. Anyway, listen, Luzamine is the president of the Aether Foundation, and actually, let me go back on touching that real quick. The Aether Foundation was made or founded to care for Pokemon that have been hurt. Now, they seem to be deliberately going against Team Skoll. Team Skoll didn't seem like the type of team where they wanted to, take over the world and hurt Pokemon and whatnot. It seemed more like they were using Pokemon to get their goals done, where, they actually love Pokemon, but they were hurt because they were, they were said that they could never be island captains for the Alola in trials. So I'm starting to see conflicting ideals here. Like, are Team Skoll actually hurting Pokemon? Is this like the new thing, saying if we can't be Pokemon trainers, then no one gets it? But then it kills the idea. I'm a little confused by this. But the Aether Foundation is, no matter what, they're here to care for Pokemon that have been hurt, and they even made an artificial island called Aether Paradise for this purpose. So it's like Pokemon go there and they are safe from Team Skoll. It was actually mentioned by, I believe, Luzamine. Let me check my notes real quick. It was by Luzamine, who said that she is a mother to all of those poor Pokemon and show them love. Even Pokemon from distant worlds away from Alola are worthy of my love. Alright, so I guess I misread that somewhere. I could have sworn I read that somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about me being right, or maybe I'm wrong about me being wrong. I'm confusing myself now. Going back to the Aether Foundation, though. But yeah, they're here, they're good guys, they're caring for Pokemon. But here's another thing. Right off the Pokemon Sun and Moon website, it says they not only provide shelter for Pokemon, but also conduct various research projects. It seems that the main character will be able to visit Aether Paradise during the adventure. Now, we already know that. We were actually, when they introduced Aether Foundation, they showed them talking to everybody. So, of course, they're going to be on their own island, the Aether Paradise. But still, the fact that they're conducting various research projects without alluding to what it is, I feel like the Aether Foundation, while wanting to be the good guy, isn't entirely the good guy. They may be doing something on the back end that is morally wrong, but they're saying we must go through the bad in order to achieve the good. So then, as the trainer, we'll have to stop them as well. That's just it just seems fishy. The fact that they introduced these two new Pokemon, Titanol, and they introduced the Ultra Beast. So I'm sure they want to figure out the Ultra Beast and whether they want to defeat the Ultra Beast or whether they want to stop the Ultra. I don't know what that's all about. And then at the same time, what is it? Well, I had to touch on that one a little bit. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But the enforcer from Gladion, I feel like it's just not black and white here. I feel like it's not good guy team, bad guy team. I feel like it's two different teams with two different ideals. And they are, one may be morally just, one may be more morally just than the other. But still, I feel like it's not black and white. I'm really skeptical about this team. But I'm excited that we have something like this where, we have a hero and an anti-hero, or a villain and an anti-hero, like that. So I'm pretty looking forward to this one. But going back to Luzamine, she is the founder and the president of the Aether Foundation. And then she has the Aether Foundation branch chiefs. Faba, who is a man who does a lot of scientific research for the Aether Foundation. As a matter of fact, the Pokemon Sun and Moon site reads, the Aether Foundation branch chief sports green sunglasses. They're a signature accessory. He seems to be very proud of his position as branch chief. Wow, so they don't really even say anything about him. But yeah, his name is Faba. And then the other branch chief is Wiki, or Wick. I want to say Wick, because the extra E at the end, like, it could be silent. Like, Wiki just sounds weird, so I'm going to say Wick. So we have Wick, the assistant branch chief of Aether Paradise, has a caring personality. She's so loved by all the other Aether Foundation employees. There we go. So yeah, like, these two are just there. I guess they're like the admins. I feel like what they did with the Aether Foundation is they gave them nicer names for the roles, even though they're pretty much the same thing. Well, you know how, what is it? Like the big bosses, they normally have executive or team leader, and then you'll have admins, and then you'll have grunts. That's the hierarchy from top to bottom. I feel like in this case, it is the president, meaning the leader or the executive. Then we have the branch chiefs, which are the admins, and then we have the employees of the Aether Foundation, which are the grunts, except, you know, good guys. And apparently their uniforms appear to depend on whatever division they belong to. Not quite sure what that means. I don't know what kind of divisions that are in the Aether Foundation, but we'll find out about them. But right now they're the employees, and they do the footwork. They walk out there, they get to learn their experience and whatnot. So I mean, they're all right. I mean, it's not anything bad. It just lets you know about the roles, but I'm pretty sure that that's how it's going to go from top to bottom. President, branch chief, and then employees equal to executive or leader, and then admin, and then grunts. So, yeah. Now, this is the one I was really curious about. I wish I read this earlier instead of just sticking with Pokemon and then reading about, you know, the human characters and the story elements. Because then I would have known something that I could have included in the Pokemon review video I did yesterday. We're going to be talking about Gladion right now, who is the enforcer of Team Skoll. He places a high value on being strong in Pokemon battles. Now, this is the part that I did not know and I wish I knew. His partner Pokemon is the mysterious type Null. He has the Pokemon that was created to combat different Pokemon. Like, you know, I'm sorry, not different Pokemon, the legendary Pokemon that are out there. Like, they needed something that was, like, made of all the best parts of all the Pokemon. And then, so this is what I'm getting at. The fact that Gladion has type Null, a Pokemon that was created to fight Pokemon that are of mythology, you know? And then you go from there, and he has it in his disposal. So maybe he feels like Team Skoll is actually the good guys, which in that case, then I feel right in being on Team Skoll's side because I believed in them from the beginning. Everyone joined the Team Skoll agenda. But in any case, Gladion is the enforcer. He's just lending his strength to help them out. And the fact that he has type Null, his ability, a Pokemon that is said to have been there to rival Pokemon of mythology such as Arceus or even potentially the Ultra Beasts, which are a threat to humans and Pokemon. Maybe, again, it's not so black and white. Maybe Team Skoll is trying to do things the right way. And, you know, the fact that they came together because they were passed over for being island captains is what brought them together. But now they have a new goal. And Aether Foundation is like, can't get past it. I don't know. Like, there's so much skepticism I have now just from reading that the type Null Pokemon is Gladion's partner, and he's lending his force or his strength to Team Skoll as their enforcer. So many questions. I'm excited. This is what I want. I haven't had a series or generation so far that hasn't been announced with the leaks, and I have just been having questions on questions and not having a single answer. I just need to know everything about this game, Gladion. Like, I love the name. You're here. I can't wait to find out more about you. I want to know your motives. I want to know why you have type Null. The story in this game is going to be phenomenal. I don't care what anybody says. people say that they don't play Pokemon games for the story. That may be true for like generations 1 and 2, but even generation 2 stories, you were enthralled in just a little bit. And you know darn well that thing ramped up with 4th gen and got taken to a whole new level with 5th gen. 6th gen kind of fell on that because they were introducing a new type, but then they're gonna get back into it with 7th gen, and that's how I'm seeing it. That's why I'm so excited. I just hope that once again the legendary Pokemon Solgaleo and Lunala are not just like a plot device. I want them to be the reason. I want them to be the purpose. I want them to be the background. They need to show something that has them being a main focus. I don't want them to fall into what Xerneas and Yveltal and Zygarde did. I mean, Zygarde is getting a little bit of love in this generation. Matter of fact, I'll touch on that just a little bit. I just remember that I forgot to completely talk about that, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But yes, Xerneas and Zygarde, they were just a plot device. They were a tool. And then once that was done, even though they had the whole yin-yang thing between Xerneas and Yveltal, one for life and one for death and chaos, and Zygarde is supposed to be the balance, they never, ever went into that. That's what I don't want from the story in Sun and Moon. I want the legendary Pokemon to be treated as legendary Pokemon. Treat them like they were in 4th gen. Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, they did the darn thing, and they were even products of a bigger power. They brought in Arceus, they introduced the god, and then we had the thing that was necessary for humans with emotions and willpower. Like, this is what we need. I love a good story, and it all is based around the legendary Pokemon. So for the love of all that is good, do not let Solgaleo and Lunala fall to the wayside like Zygarde did. Now, let's move into Zygarde. And Zygarde is a Pokemon that he has so much potential. I actually like him. And in some ways, he is actually better than Garchomp. The fact that he has a +2 priority move and extreme speed. The fact that he has Dragon Dance. The fact that his defense and HP stats are phenomenal. I mean, granted, he still shares the same weakness, but at the same time, one Dragon Dance and Zygarde is hitting harder than Garchomp is. The only thing is that Garchomp has options like Dragon Claw, while Zygarde's only other Dragon type attack that's physical is Dragon Tail. I mean, he can get Dragon Pulse, but as a special attack. He can get Outrage, but then that leaves you open, you know, after you get hit by Confusion, or you're even susceptible to, what is it, Fairy types, like just coming in and blocking Outrage, and then you're screwed. So it's like, you know, what do you do? But still, Zygarde, I'm glad that he's getting some focus. I don't know if they're going to be bringing in Xerneas and Yveltal and talk about that. I don't know what kind of purpose he's going to have in Alola. It just seems weird to transfer Zygarde from Kalos, that's just like France, to a tropical area like Alola. It just doesn't make sense to me. But what you're doing is that you're going around the island and you're looking for the Zygarde cells and cores that you're going to be putting in the Zygarde cube, which is actually like a hexagon or octagon or a dodecagon, something like that. But it's not a cube. It's not a cube. It's like 6 shapes. Or 6 sides, 5 or 6 sides. It's probably a pentagon. I'm actually not sure, but whatever it is, it's not a cube. And what is it? Once you find them, the cells and cores go into there, and then I guess that's how you make perfect Zygarde. Or I'm not sure what they're doing with this. All I know is that it should have been done in X and Y. They should have just made Pokemon Z, put this story in there, tell us about Zygarde. I'm still mad about that. I'm just still mad about that. But yeah, like, that's what they're doing with Zygarde. I don't know what it's for. 2 people are researching them. Hopefully, either he'll have his own story element, or he'll be introduced and necessary versus the Ultra Beast, which, you know, wouldn't be bad, but at the same time, they still could have introduced that in X and Y and introduced Pokemon Z to give the legendary Pokemon some focus. I'm sorry. But that's all it is. We'll find out more about Zygarde soon, but it's not as easy as just, you know, plot line. You gotta do something as you're walking through and find all the cells and cores. So make sure you guys keep an eye out. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of everything we talked about in this video. Gladion's purpose and point in the plot line as he's in the enforcing Team Skoll. We have the Aether Foundation, and we have the Zygarde cells and cores. What do you think about that little mechanic? And do you think that the storyline is going to be, you know, straightforward good guy, bad guy team? Or do you think there's going to be like different morals that are going to be clashing here? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll be responding to you guys. Otherwise, make sure y'all follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, subscribe to me on YouTube, but most importantly, stay hot, guys. I'll see y'all next time.